There is no world outside of you. I know that sounds insane. I know everything you've ever learned and experienced tells you the opposite. But stay with me in this video. I'm going to show you why this is actually the most liberating truth you'll ever understand. And I'm not going to just tell you this as some spiritual concept. I'm going to show you the proof in your own life. If you're new here, hello, I am your Muse Traci. On this channel, I help you unlock the power you already have but can't access. I help you break through where years of trying has failed. And the biggest hurdle of all, I help you go from intellectually knowing the law and all of these teachings to permanently embodying them. So let's start with a bit of story time. I was on a call recently with a client and she was venting about her partner. He never listens to me. He's always on the phone. And when I'm trying to talk to him, he doesn't value what I have to say. And I asked her, do you value what you have to say? There was silence for a little bit. And then she said, what does that have to do with him not listening? And I said, everything. It has everything to do with it because here's what she couldn't see yet. Her partner wasn't doing something to her. Her partner was showing her something about her. He was mirroring back a belief she held about herself. Her belief, subconsciously, her subconscious belief was, what I say doesn't matter. My voice isn't valued. And until she saw that, until she owned that this was her belief being reflected back to her, she was going to keep experiencing the same thing, not just from her partner, but within herself. The same feeling of frustration, the same feeling of like, you know, I think she was mostly upset that she was not being valued, right? So this feeling of not being valued, she was going to keep experiencing that. Different partner, different situation, same mirror, because there is no world outside of you and separate from you. There's only consciousness, your consciousness, taking form, showing you what you believe to be true. And I know that's a big statement, so let me get into proving it to you. From the moment you were born, you were taught separation. You were taught that there's you and then there's the world out there. Other people with their own minds, their own choices, their own power over your life. Circumstances just happen to you, events outside your control, a reality that exists independently of you. And this teaching, this conditioning makes you powerless. You just exist inside of a world that's happening to you, separate from you. Because if the world is separate from you, if other people have power over your experience, if circumstances can just happen to you, then what control do you have? You're a victim. You're at the mercy of everything out there. And that's exactly what keeps people stuck. This perception that they have no power in a world separate from them. They're trying to change out there, trying to control other people's behavior, trying to manipulate circumstances, trying to force the external world to give them what they want so they can feel better. And it never works. It might work a little bit temporarily, but not permanently, because they're trying to change the mirror. I've been talking about this in my last video. I'll put it in the card up here, instead of changing what the mirror is reflecting, which is you. So here's the truth that dissolves all of that. There is no out there. There is no separate world made of people and circumstances that exist independently from you, independently of you. There's only consciousness, your consciousness, and it is taking form based on what you assume to be true. When Neville said the world is yourself pushed out, He wasn't being poetic. He was describing the mechanics of how reality actually works. Every person you encounter, every situation you experience, every trigger, every success, every delay, every disappointment, all of it is your own consciousness being put on display for you to see. The world isn't happening to you. The world is happening through you or as you. It's a mirror, a perfect, faithful mirror, showing you what you believe about yourself and about reality. And once you get this, once you see this, everything can then start to change because now you're not trying to change other people. You're not trying to fix circumstances. You're not trying to control the external world. You're going to the only place where real change can happen, which is within. So let me show you the proof that this is true. Think about a pattern in your life, something that keeps showing up over and over. Maybe it's always feeling overlooked at work. Different job, different bosses, but you always end up feeling invisible, undervalued, passed over for the competition. Or maybe it's relationships. You keep attracting partners who are emotionally unavailable. Different people, different faces, but the same dynamic every time. Or maybe it's money. No matter how much you make, you always end up in the same financial stress, different income levels, but the same struggle. Whatever your pattern is, notice that it follows you. Different circumstances, different people, same experience. Why? Because you are the common denominator. You're carrying the same belief into every new situation, and that belief is creating the same reflection out there. Because out there is you. It's not separate. It's being calculated and catered to you, to show you, you. If you believe I'm not valued, your reality will show you people who don't value you, situations where you are overlooked, experiences that confirm that belief. If you believe love always leaves, your reality will show you partners who confirm that belief and leave. Relationships that end, experiences that once again confirm your belief. If you believe money is hard to keep, your reality will show you unexpected expenses, financial struggle, experiences that confirm that belief. The patterns aren't random. It's not bad luck. It's not other people being difficult. It's the mirror doing exactly what mirrors do, reflecting back what's standing in front of it. And that's the proof that there's no world outside of you. Because if there was a separate world out there, the pattern wouldn't follow you. You could just move to a different city or state or country and, have a totally different experience. It would stay in the old city. The pattern would stay over there, right? The old partner, the old city, it would just stay over there. Once you leave, it's over there still. But it doesn't. It comes with you wherever you go. Because it's not out there, it's in here. Now, I know some of you are thinking, but Traci, are you saying that if someone treats me badly, that's my fault? And no, that's not what I'm saying. This isn't about blame. This is about accepting the ideas, the concepts, the beliefs that are not so lovely sometimes that we have about ourselves. And it's about not being a victim. So what I am saying is there is no one treating you badly separate from you. There's only your consciousness showing you a belief you hold about yourself. And you can get defensive about that. You can resist it. You can stay in victim mode and keep experiencing the same pattern over and over. Or you can empower yourself and you can own it. You can look at the reflection and say, okay, this is showing me something I believe. What do I believe that would create this experience? And this is where you have to be honest. You have to be willing. It takes courage to do this work, you guys. You have to be willing to admit these things that are not always so lovely to admit, but we're doing it for a higher purpose. And once you identify the belief, you can change it. Not by changing the other person, not by fixing the circumstance, by changing what you assume to be true about yourself. Now, back to my client with the partner who wouldn't listen. She didn't need to change him. She needed to change her belief about herself. The moment she started valuing her own voice, truly valuing what was important to her, what her desires were, what was her truth, the moment she started believing that what she says matters, then guess what happened? He started reflecting that back to her. He started listening. Not because she convinced him, not because she had a conversation about how she was worthy of being listened to. No, she didn't need to do any of that because the mirror changed to reflect her assumption about herself. That's how this works. There is no one to change but self. Neville said that over and over, and I say it as well in these videos over and over, because there is no one else. There's only consciousness, your consciousness, looking at itself. So here's how you actually apply this. Let's talk about 4 practical steps. Step 1, when something triggers you, pause, don't react, don't defend, don't go into victim mode, right? We have to create a new pattern here. Just pause and ask yourself, what would I have to believe about myself for this to show up in my reality? If someone dismisses you, maybe you believe I'm not important. If someone betrays you, maybe you believe people can't be trusted, or I'm not valued. I'm not worthy of loyalty. If an opportunity falls through, maybe you believe good things don't happen for me. The trigger is showing you the belief. That's all that's going on. Step 2, you own it. This is your belief, not a truth about the world, not something being done to you, your belief, creating your experience. And yes, maybe you didn't consciously choose this belief. Maybe it got programmed in when you were very young, before you even knew you had a choice. Maybe you absorbed it from your environment. It doesn't matter, really. It's yours now. And you're the only one who can change it. Step 3, choose a new assumption. Not as an affirmation you're trying to convince yourself of, as a conscious choice about what you now prefer to believe. I'm not important becomes I am valued and my presence matters. People can't be trusted becomes I am surrounded by loyal and trustworthy people. Good things don't happen for me becomes I am supported and brilliant opportunities flow to me easily. Step 4, hold that new assumption regardless of what the mirror is currently showing. This is where most people fail. They choose a new assumption, but the mirror is still showing the old reflection because the old belief was held for so long. So they look at the mirror and say, see, nothing's changing. It's not working. And they go back to the old belief. But you have to remember, the mirror is always delayed. It takes time for the reflection to catch up to your new assumption. So you hold the new assumption. You persist in it. You don't let the current reflection talk you out of it. And eventually, the mirror must change. That's the law. Once you really understand that there is no world outside of you, everything starts to become lighter. You stop taking things so personally because you realize nothing is being done to you. You are not powerless. It's all just showing you what's within you. You stop trying to control other people because you realize they're just playing the role your consciousness assigned to them based on your old assumptions. You stop feeling like a victim because you realize you're the creator. You're the one writing the script through your beliefs and through your assumptions. And yes, you still might not like everything in your reality right now. You might still have unwanted things showing up. But now you know what to do about it. You don't fight the reflection. You change what's creating the reflection. You go within. You find the belief, you own it, and you change it. And the mirror reorganizes itself to match your new assumption. That's your power. That's always been your power. There is no world outside of you. There's only consciousness, your consciousness, creating everything you experience based on what you assume to be true. And the moment you really get that, the moment you stop looking out there for solutions and start going within, everything starts to change. Most people will never understand this. They'll have a a reaction and ask me like, "Oh, okay, well, it looks certainly does look like everything's separate." They'll keep living in the illusion of separation. And I'm not trying to say there's not an illusion of separation. There's an illusion of separation. Everybody looks separate, but it's just that. It's illusion. So most people will, have a hard time accepting this. They'll keep thinking the world is happening to them, keep trying to change the mirror. But if you're here watching this, you are absolutely, most definitely, and certainly not most people. You're ready to see through the illusion. You're ready to own your power as the creator of your reality. It's like you got to choose one. You can't be victim and creator. So, choose. You get to choose. Which one is it? I know you'll make the right choice. So you're ready to stop being a victim and start consciously choosing what you experience. If you want my help dissolving the illusion of separation and reprogramming the beliefs that are creating your unwanted patterns, there's a link in the description below to find out more about my coaching program. If you still have questions about the program or about working with me, there's also a link in the pinned comment where you can book a free consultation with me. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.